Well, hey everybody. Welcome back to my kitchen. This is Linda. The nice people at Cosori sent me a pressure cooker that I'm going to try out today, and I'm going to try to get up close. This has 8 functions, and it has one called a hot pot, which is right down here. And I thought, what in the world is a hot pot? And it's actually for fondue, but it'll slow cook. It's an 8-in-1. It'll do white rice and brown rice, meat and stew, poultry, soup, multigrain. It'll boil pasta. You can boil your pasta in it. It'll bake. It'll reheat things. It'll steam. It steams potatoes and vegetables, and it does beans and chili. Now that sounds great to me. Well, it came with a lid. Trying to get back. There we go. Came with a lid. It came with an extra gasket. It came with a spoon and a ladle. Whoop. And it came with a measuring cup that you just heard hit the floor. And that's not all it came with. A beautiful stainless steel pot that goes in it. And a steaming rack. And this has a little bit of height to it, and I like that. You can put your water or something else under it, and then put your veggies or whatever you choose on the steaming rack and put it in there, and it stays up out of the water. I'm not going to use a steaming rack today. Actually, I'm going to make something that I haven't made, that I've made before, but I never used potatoes in it. So this is going to be, and I cut these potatoes in half. You can see. This is going to be steamed cabbage with smoked sausage and cabbage. The cabbage. I'm going to put it in next because I'll put a little bit of salt down here for my taters. Now the least amount of water you can put in these, it says in the directions, is 2 cups. But because cabbage has a lot of its own juice, I reduced it some. And this cooker has a low, a medium, and a more setting. So, you have 3 different choices as to how you want this food to cook. So, that's why I cut the potatoes in half, because I want these things to get done at the same time. Here's my cabbage. Lord, I hope I'm not on the full line. Okay. This is a 6-quart, and to me, that's the best size. It's the best size to get. You can fix decent sized meals for it if you have a large family, or you can cook small meals. Alright, here goes our cabbage. And on the top I'm putting a pound of, I don't know, I may try to squeeze some of this down here. Anyway, I'm going to put a pound of smoked sausage, which is not pre-cooked. And I'm going to set well, I'll show you how I set it. Let me get this sausage in here. The reason I'm putting it on top is because I want it to flavor the cabbage. And I got so much stuff in here. Let's see, and there's holes, you know, there's, not everything's level. Alright. Very simple to use. There's not much of a learning curve at all. There is a, I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to show it to you, but you probably can't see it. Right here is an arrow, and you're going to line up this arrow with the unlock feature, which is right here. So you line up that arrow, the top goes on. Now I have to have help because I can't. Come on. I don't know if I'm weak or what the problem is. No, that's not. You line up the lock on it, I think, because you got to bring it over. It's not hard to do, trust me. Whoop, but it's not on. Y'all don't. It also came with a recipe book. It came with a very clear contact number if you need any help or support. Very clear. And it came with about 50 recipes. Now let's see. I may have this thing too full. I got a lot of stuff in here. I could see I can have leftovers, which is what I want. I'm going to leave that one out. See if that helps any. Alright. Okie dokie. It is on lock. The lock is right below, or right above this arrow that's right here. It's on lock. This little dial over here is so simple. It only has 2 positions. This is the lock position, and that's what it shows. It shows a lock of a, you know, that looks like this one. Can you see it now? Yeah. And then the other, when you turn it in the other direction, it shows like a cloud that's raining, and that means the steam's going to come out. So I'm going to put it on lock. I'm going to plug it in, and since I don't have a recipe for this, we're going to learn this together. Alright, the thing comes on. Let me get back here. It turns on when you plug it in. I've got my pressure vent in the lock position. I'm going to hit I can hit any of these. And I don't really know which one to hit. We're going to do meat stew. And that's 30 minutes. So there's an adjust here. And we're going to lower that. Come on. See all the pressure things up here? Wait a minute. I'm going to, wait a minute. Stop. Let's see if I can do this on my own. You know, I said there's not a hard learning curve, and there really isn't. I just don't know right now what I'm doing. But the book is very thorough. The only thing that I didn't care for was that it has a cheat sheet in there, and it just doesn't list enough fruits or vegetables in there for me to Uh-oh. I want to go down one more, but when I hit that, it won't. It won't go down. Well, we're just going to do it 8 minutes and see what happens. And now it's going to come up to pressure. I'm going to let it do its thing for 8 minutes, and we'll see how everything comes out. I've got you back because I figured out you can hit this button right here that says cook time, and then you can increase or decrease the time you want whatever it is to cook. And then I can push this for on, and it's going to do that circular motion until it reaches pressure, and then it'll count down to 7 minutes. So it's really not hard. It's just I've never used this brand, but it does so many things. I'm going to be happy with it, I think. Now this right here has a very thin piece of plastic over it, so if you get this and it's very reasonably priced, be sure to remove that, and we'll be back. Alright, we're back, and I opened it after 7 minutes, and the little beeper went off, and the little red pressure valve here fell. You see it's even now with the plastic housing, but when it's under pressure, it's up above it on this particular pressure cooker. And this, the opening closed, I mean, it's so simple to use because all it does is, that's closed, that's open. It stops. So this went for 9 minutes. I can see when I opened it at 7, now that would be where most people like it. Sam and I like our cabbage softer, so that's why I cooked it an extra 2 minutes. I'm going to get all this out. The sausage is done.
Why don't you just dump it out?
Because there's water in the bottom of it, Sam.
That's a good reason.
Yeah. Now this sausage was not pre-cooked. It had to be cooked, so it cooked with the cabbage and the potatoes that are on the bottom. I could have put some carrots in here. I could have put some chicken broth instead of using water. I mean, there's a lot I could have done. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. But we're hungry. It's after 7 o'clock. And I didn't want to fool around too much with it. But the cabbage looks delicious. It's soft, but yet it stayed together till I mess it up here. This is honestly, I've enjoyed using this. I really have. The learning curve isn't much. One thing I did learn that I want to tell you about is when you put this lid on, you have to push down on it for it to go correctly into the lock position. But other than that, it worked perfectly. It worked perfectly. I'm going to show you this after I get it all out. Let's check these potatoes. Potatoes are perfect. They're soft but not mushy. Trust me when I tell you guys that this is more reasonably priced than any pressure cooker that I have bought. And I just bought one in late January. And if I told you her name, you'd know her. It worked one time. Once. And that was it. So no more of her products for sure. I'm getting all this cabbage out. Yeah. Goodness, that's a lot of cabbage. No wonder I had to throw a piece of it away. All right, I'm not going to try to get these out individually. I just know they're done. I got a big old bowl over here I'm getting ready to show you. Sam, if you'll get yourself a plate, you can be getting ready. This is what he's been waiting on. And as far as me too.
This is a good little quick meal. It's very filling, very...
Yeah, like I said, it was 9 minutes. But I had a lot in there. And they do have a cooking book and an instruction book and a cheat chart. And Cosori has more recipes online because I got one of them, and we're going to make that next time. Alright, let's see here. Here's our bowl. The sausage, the cabbage, and the potatoes. And we're going to see what Sam thinks about this. And thank you so much, all the nice people at Cosori that let me try this out and show it to you, demo it to you. I appreciate it because it's a good little. This pot here that's let me get over here. Stainless steel pot. It has a heavy bottom on it. It's not cheap. So we'll get back over here to Sam and see what he thinks. Where are you? Oh, I gotta move this.
I'm right here. Everything seems to be cooked perfectly. I'm going by the texture of the...
You want a knife just in case?
No, I don't
need any butter for your potatoes? Were they cooked
yeah.
good?
Well, I was just fixing to say that.
You need any salt? Or?
I may need some. I got some.
Oh, okay. Got a little joke for us?
I don't know. I can tell a little story, I guess. Right, short one. Yeah, everything, the sausage, cabbage, potatoes, all cooked perfectly, and it's very good. We eat this meal occasionally. It's very good.
Not with the potatoes. I've
No.
never cooked potatoes with it at the same time. But this will feed about 6 people, honestly, guys.
Yeah.
So we'll have leftovers tomorrow. I think you need a knife.
I was out in Vegas one time, and this older guy was going up to, in the elevator with his young girlfriend going up to the room, and he was giving her down the road. He said, "You lost $5,000 playing blackjack." And she said, "Well, you lost 25,000 shooting dice." And he said, "Yeah, but I knew what I was doing." I just thought that was funny. I happened to be on the elevator. Yeah, this is great. And I love this sausage. That's good sausage.
Well, thank you guys for coming in and spending part of your day with me. That means a lot. Really, it does. I appreciate it. And thank you to all my new subscribers and my old subscribers. And if you want to help me on my journey, the things that I need to operate this kitchen, just the address to my wish list is down in the See More section. And that's just in case you want to. But thank you so much. God bless every one of you. And until next time, you all take care. Guys, I had to bring you back real quick to tell you that I'm going to put a link to Cosori's website or listing online for the U.S. and for Canada, both toll-free numbers, and also to tell you that I've got a really neat dessert for that I'll put up this week for the holiday that's coming up, and I know you're going to like it. It's something different, but not hard to do. See you then. God bless every one of you, and take care.